Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I want to start the week off with some automotive advice. If there's an old car, a retro or a classic car that you really want and you still think it's cheap, pay attention. I'm not even talking about a Stingray Corvette or a Chevelle SS. I'm talking about just an old vehicle. You want an old vehicle that's well kept. Pay attention to those prices. Used car prices are going crazy right now, even for vehicles that you might not think are desirable, like this Suzuki Sidekick right here. If you're a regular on my channel, you know that I just recently picked up a 1992 Geo Tracker, a nice one, about an 8 out of 10 in condition Geo Tracker. This one's a 9.5. I would give it a 10, but 10 means like brand new, or 10 means like 1,000 miles on it. This one's a solid 9.5. Look at what it sold for. $13,750. I paid about half of that for my tracker. And even at that price, I'm like, man, I paid so much for this, but I really want one. I want to get one before they're $10,000. This one sold for almost 14. Should have bought one 5 years ago, but I understand why someone would pay so much for this. Maybe their parents had one when they were a kid and it's just really nostalgic for them. It brings back, cars have a ability to bring back your childhood. Nostalgia is a strong emotion. So maybe someone's parents had this, or maybe they had one as their first car and they had a beat up one. Maybe they got a beat up hand-me-down. Now they have money later in life, so they don't care. They'll pay whatever they have to pay to have the nicest example. I would love, my first vehicle was an 89 S10 Blazer. I would love to have a very nice one now, because the one I had was okay. I would love to have a nice one, so maybe this person has the same intention. But check this out. 3 years ago, I made this video. August 23, 2019, I made this video. I'll put it at the end card, but in this video I say that this is the nicest Suzuki Sidekick I've ever seen. This is the nicest disposable vehicle I've ever seen, and I really want it. I really wish I had $6,000. This is nicer than the one I have right now, and it's $1,000 less. And check this out. I could have probably offered $5,000 for it 3 years ago. When you look at the post date or posting, it was listed for 22 days. This was listed for a while. I'm pretty sure if I offered the guy $5,000 for it 3 years ago, I would have got it easy. And like I said, this is nicer than the one I have, and just about as nice as the one I just showed you. So if there's a retro or a classic vehicle that you want, like for example, I want to say Corvairs, 60s Corvairs. I want to say 5-6 years ago, you could get a nice one, like turnkey, not a project. You could get a nice one for $10,000. I don't know what they're going for now. My first Corvette, I bought my first Corvette in 2010, and I wrecked that thing within 8 months. I just wasn't ready for a Corvette in 2010 when I got one. I have another one. I've had it for 6-7 years. I didn't wreck it. I learned my lesson on how to handle powerful cars. But in 2010, I had a choice between a DeLorean or a Corvette. Should have got the DeLorean. I wouldn't have crashed the DeLorean because DeLoreans are very slow, but I was immature in 2010. I wanted the faster car. But in 2010, DeLoreans were going for $25,000. You could get a nice one for $25,000. Now DeLoreans are $50,000. So if there's an old car that you really want, like I said, doesn't even have to be a Stingray Corvette, just an old nice car, pick it up. Pay attention to those prices. That's why I got a tracker now. I'm like, these things are going to hit 10,000 really soon. Better get one now before it's too late. So get one. You know, work that overtime if you have to, but if there's something you like, pick it up before prices get too crazy. Should have got this when I made this video, but didn't have the money at the time. So, you know, I got the Abarth. I got the Abarth 3 years ago, so, you know, now I got one. I got one before it got too crazy, and even at what I paid for, I'm like, man, I paid a lot for this thing.